Hi everyone, it's been quite frosty here this morning, but I felt like I needed to do this video to show when you have animals, it's not always going to be like a happy experience. There are going to be downsides to it, and that is animals aren't humans. Farm animals aren't humans. They can't live till they're 100, especially birds. And I've had 2 birds die in the past 2 months, and one of those, which hit me pretty hard actually, was Norman, who was normally in this flock of ducks, and it was really hard because I raised him since he was a duckling, and all his siblings are still here and fine, but I let them out in the garden one morning and he didn't come. He was laid next to the water, and I thought it was strange, so I went in there to get him, and he lifted his head up, and he couldn't get out the mud. He couldn't stand up, so I picked him up and brought him out on the grass and thought maybe he was just stuck for some reason, but he tried walking and then fell over and he just got really weak. And I noticed that Benedict over there, the white duck, he's the other drake. So there were 2 drakes, and he'd been bullying him quite a bit, and so I brought him inside and I washed all the mud off him, and I gave him some food. His appetite wasn't very high, but he was eating corn but only little bits of it, and was kind of picking out the wheat part, and but I thought something is better than nothing, and he was also eating mealworms, but I washed him off, and then to make sure he was warmer, I put him in a carrier full of straw. So I put him in a carrier full of straw and put him in the shed overnight so he wouldn't get frost on him or anything. And he was fine. And the next morning, he had more energy. He still wasn't back to normal, but I thought he'd be alright, so I put him back in with the others. And then the next morning, he died, sadly. And yeah, it was really hard because it happened so quickly. Because normally if a bird's going to die, then they show signs of it a week before. But literally the day before, he just got so weak and then he died. I don't know if it was partly because of the cold or a parasite, I don't know. But in my experience, ducks, they're so hit and miss. They can go so quickly or stick around for years. And in his case, he was only 2 or 3, I can't remember. But then I also had Evangeline pass away the other day, actually, which was also really sad. But with her, it wasn't as shocking because she'd been showing signs a couple months ago, where she lost a bit of weight, so I separated her and got her back to health, and she put on loads of weight. She was finally looking like a red Dorking, because she never did. That's why I always thought she was a cross, because she was never really fat enough, and they're meat birds. But she was finally looking really good, and I was so happy. But the problem was, she was a retired laying hen when I got her, and I've had her I think 3 years now, so she was quite old, and she died, and I'm guessing it could have been old age, maybe a mix of the cold as well, but my parents thought it might have been the cold, But I have bantams, like I have Flo and Queenie, who are sable-coot bantams and are tiny, and they were all fine, and it hadn't even been cold that night. There wasn't even a frost, so I think it was more old age. And yeah, I just wanted to make this video, one, to explain why you won't be seeing those birds in future videos, but also I think it's something to consider. If you're not, like, I don't use my birds for meat or anything, they're my pets, and obviously if you're raising meat birds you don't have to worry about it as much, or because if they die you'll be eating them, but I don't do that. And if you're raising them as pets, or if you're getting them for your children, they're going to grow attached to them, and death is something that happens, and it can come out of nowhere, or it can be dragged out, from which you have to take them to the vets. And it's your decision whether, if it is going to be something that's going to cost money at the vets, you treat on it. And with Peaches over in that pen, the vets were going to put her down after she ripped her beak off, and I said no, it's not going to happen. And now she's back to full health and love and life. So just depends what you're going to take in terms of action. Yeah, so quite a sad day, been quite a sad week over Christmas. It was a good distraction, but now it's kind of getting to me, because I know to some people they'll only be birds, but to me they are my pets, and I've invested time and energy into them, and it's sad when I lose one. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like to support my channel, and comment down below what you'd want to see in future videos, if these talking ones are okay, or if you prefer actual hands-on things, which I'll do a mix of in the future anyway. I just think it's important sometimes to realise the reality of these things, and inform people about it. So yeah, subscribe if you enjoyed, or watch a couple of my other videos and see if you like the content. That's now. Thanks for watching. Bye.